Wait a minute, what's going on here? I kind of recognize this place. Wait, do I hear Dusty? Kimball? Are you guys there?
You know, even without an actual podcast happening, you can always kind of hear Dusty.
Right.
just like reverberating through time and space.
Right. Well,
you can hear him.
Yeah, we can always hear him. The vibrations are out
baby,
there.
you cannot deny
Hey,
it.
buddies, how you guys doing?
Good.
I'm fighting off a cold, but I'm doing awesome.
It's been a bit.
Yeah. Dusty's got a cold. Hector's got a hangover. I've got kids.
It all makes sense. It's all the same.
It's all good. Yeah.
That explains a lot why there's no shows.
Right.
Yeah, I'll take most of the blame for that.
Nah.
I've been busy.
But it's okay.
I've been busy.
Well, what have you guys been up to?
Not a lot. Just working, trying to raise 2 teenagers now and different schools, and but life is good.
I thought this was about music, but it sounds like old man's
Old
club.
man's club. Definitely. What have we been up to?
I know, not too exciting stuff. Not too exciting.
We've been doing some home renovations. We had this crappy old, they call it a conservatory. A conservatory.
Really?
Here
Yeah.
in the UK.
Yeah.
And basically it was just like a plastic shed on the back of the house that, like, if it's a hot day, it's hot as hell and uncomfortable. And if it's cold, it's freezing. And so it's like, why do you even have this thing? And so when we bought the house, we had it. And it was a big space. And we're like, someday we're going to rip this down and build like an actual room with like walls and ceiling and, insulation.
It's like Handy Mandy.
So that it's not like freezing cold in the winter all the time, because it's like we have an outdoor shed that just opens into the back of the house. And so anyway, we ripped that down and put a new one up, and now we have manageable temperatures, which is nice.
Which is good, which is important in the UK.
It gets cold here.
Yeah.
It can be pretty gnarly,
a
huh?
Bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
A little bit.
How about you, Dustman?
Dude, just working and surfing.
Well, you got promoted. You got a promotion that came around, right? You got promoted.
Hey, baby.
That's some big news.
Thank goodness. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of changes where I'm at, so it's like, yeah, it's good. I mean, it's good, but it's been busy. And music. Actually, the band that I play with, we're going to have an album coming out here in a few months. So
plug.
We have
Anybody
an
local?
old show. Yeah, that's right. You guys all support us. Go listen to it when it comes out.
Name of the band.
Name of the band
Let's
and
do
where you're
this.
playing. Come on.
Les Biches. Les Biches.
Les Biches.
Yes.
Or if you're an incompetent, unlearned American, it's less bitches.
Exactly. And I always say that. I just call us the bitches. What do you got going on this weekend? Oh, I got practice with the bitches.
The bitches.
Makes it a lot easier, I guess, right?
And it's something fun about it. I don't know. It's just good to call my friends bitches.
And so, our people that listen to us that are local, you guys are having a live show soon, right? When is that?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't know if this will come out in time, but on the 18th of November.
Let's hope.
I don't know about that.
Right? 18th of November at the Mint in L.A.
Wait. When you say 18th of November, what year is
You're right.
this?
Oh,
Because
yes.
we have episodes recorded like 2
years
years
ago.
ago that we haven't put out.
2022.
All right.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Post-Trump.
Well, maybe that has to happen. We have to record ourselves saying specific dates of upcoming things, and so we have to actually edit this shit and publish it.
I think we did that last time.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. Maybe
But we'll
we
keep
did.
trying.
That venue, the Mint, is really cool.
Yeah.
It's super tiny.
Yeah.
I saw Frank Black play there a couple times. I think 2 or 3 times.
Nice.
No way.
All right.
Great. And it was just him, with an electric guitar.
Yeah.
Just solo.
Wow.
And I think the last time I saw him, it was before Indie Cindy came out, and it was before anybody knew they were recording or working on that. And I remember he played classic Masher.
Oh, wow.
And then it was just a new Frank Black song.
Right.
I'm like, oh, this is cool. But then it didn't come out until Head Carrier.
Wow.
But it was cool. And
Those are the shows that, you're lucky to catch when it's just intimate like that. So those are the best.
yeah.
And that kind of show, I think we said before, real quick, I wanted to point out how you were saying, I heard him do Classic Smasher when he was just doing a solo Frank Black. That guy's probably back catalog is ridiculous, I'm sure, of songs, right?
Yeah,
We'll get into it.
Yes, we'll get into it.
But the new album. He wrote 40 songs in 3 weeks for just the new album.
Are we supposed to play something before we get into all this stuff?
I mean, that's just a teaser.
Okay, yeah. Okay. This is catch up. We're just catch up. We're not talking music yet.
I know.
Unless it's my music.
But speaking of live shows, let's jump to that. It was All
right. Let's roll it. We got to roll the intro.
Intro? What intro?
What intro?
I thought we had a music intro for this this segment.
No.
What's the segment called? What's the segment called?
I can't remember.
Well, I don't think
we didn't have a segment. No, this is part of our intro.
Normal episode.
Wow. No,
this is going to be just a
catch-up
episode. We're still alive.
Wow.
People.
Yeah.
Type episode.
Dusty did not get the memo, I guess.
And totally, maybe I should listen to one of our episodes again and know what the hell is going on.
If you want, you could come up with a new little ditty to throw in there
for
and
this
post.
one for our live show reviews. I don't know.
It's right there.
Just get your bitches to do something for us.
Yeah.
Right, dude. We should do a little.
Anyway.
Well, let's jump to that. Let's talk about. There was a lot of bands that came through this summer, and a lot of shows, and I know we caught a lot of them.
Oh God.
Let's go with Kimbo. You saw a lot of bands go through the UK. Which ones did you get
I
to see?
didn't see a lot. I saw a few. So Bob Mould came through. That was the first show I saw since February of. When did the pandemic happen? 2020.
2020, right?
Yeah. And he played just solo electric, like
There
just
you go.
Bob with a freaking loud. Like one guy, one guitar, one freaking huge amp on a boat. So I saw him in Bristol, which is like an hour drive away from where I live.
Okay.
And he played at this cool venue called Thekla. I don't have a lisp. It's Thekla. Yeah, Thekla.
Wow. Okay.
And it's like this old boat that's just been kind of, it's permanently, docked at this kind of riverside thing, and now they have gigs there. And it was awesome. He just made me go deaf.
Nice.
Playing
I heard that
really
whole
loud stuff.
I heard Bristol's pretty good music town too. A lot of
Bristol's
nice venues.
cool, yeah. Not enough people tour through there though. Like I would think a lot of people would, but I think people kind of end up either going to Cardiff, which is in Wales, a little further away, or Bristol if they're coming through.
Yeah.
And London, obviously, right?
London, well,
Yeah,
of
London,
course,
of course,
London.
right.
But that's
Manchester, too.
2 or 3 hours away. Manchester's
Manchester.
another 3 hours away.
Manchester.
But, so I saw Bob Mould. I saw M. Ward at that same boat venue about a month later, and
You saw who?
M. Ward.
baby,
Come on.
M. Ward,
M. Ward.
I'm just making sure Dusty remembers.
I know.
So good.
Was that girl with him or by himself?
No, it was
she? The she and him?
There was no she. It was just
There's
him.
no she.
He doesn't
Okay.
like
But
the
he
she.
had-
That's right.
He only likes the
He
him.
doesn't like to see. That's true.
Only the him.
The she is no. Here's the thing: you guys misinterpret what I say sometimes,
Always.
and other people
sometimes.
misinterpret what I say when I make a list of certain albums. We'll get to that later.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to that later.
Listen, she and him is fine. Zoe is fine, but
Yes, she is.
him, he's the shit.
Yes, I feel you.
Anyway, so he had a backing band. They were from. Where were they from? Some other country? I don't know.
They were from the planet Earth.
Yeah. Anyway, they were the openers, but then they
that'll
were
cover
his,
it.
his
Right.
backing band, and they were great.
Nice.
Awesome.
I saw Beck a few weeks ago in London, or a month or so ago.
Oh, he's
Right.
still on fire, isn't he?
Well,
Yeah.
it was cool because it was just like a last-minute solo thing that he announced at like a 500-person capacity club thing,
you gotta
like
be-
the week before. And I guess when he was there, he talked a lot, and there was a lot of kind of stories, and he's hilarious, and it was great. But I guess he'd said he'd been in town because he was seeing the Taylor Hawkins tribute show the weekend previously in Wembley.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That was amazing.
That I did. I was at that. That was really cool.
You made that?
Yeah,
Dude,
I was there.
You know,
You're at Wembley? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, dude, I told you guys.
Did you?
I'm like Dusty. I saw Supergrass play at Wembley.
That's right,
As part
you
of
did.
the Taylor Hawkins thing.
That's
Jeez.
right.
You told Dusty, not I, so I don't remember that conversation.
What do you mean? It's the same.
We're in the same
message
chat.
thread.
What are you talking about?
What the H, dude? Actually, we've recorded like 6 episodes. You two don't remember.
Hey,
Right.
I thought we had an intro into the whole bit where we're talking about music. What do you want from me?
It's been a while. Anyways,
Beck was
all right.
just in town for that.
That's
Wembley
amazing,
show.
man, that you were there.
He wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't
part of
playing
it.
at the Taylor show, but he came to watch it.
Oh,
And while he
that's
was
funny.
there, someone's like, "Hey, why don't you just play a show at my friend's club?" He's like, "Okay."
Wow.
So he just announced it, and I was able to get a ticket, and it was rad.
Sweet.
He's awesome.
Yeah, he is.
And yeah, the Taylor Hawkins show was awesome too. Like,
I'm going to say
That's just
anybody
epic.
who talked, because I saw some people talk some crap on Justin Hawkins, the guy from
Yeah,
the
I
Darkness
watched-
thing.
I watch his YouTube page
Is-
quite a bit.
I
yeah.
do too. The man is,
He's awesome.
he is, I totally love the band now just because of watching that. Because it's cheesy, like, kind of
Yeah.
metal-ish, rock and roll-ish,
but they're
not
freaking good though
dude,
too.
They're amazing, and his
Like-
he himself, he is an amazing musician singer, dude. Like
He knows his shit.
I thought he pulled off. Was it Under Pressure? They did.
Yeah, I think they did
Like
that.
there,
Yeah.
there was a couple of like, and then the Van Halen songs, dude. He sounded better than any of the other singers Van Halen had.
Yeah. Well,
Not saying much, but
I don't know much about Van Halen
Oh,
stuff,
dude,
so I'll let you guys
I just
comment.
Justin Hawkins. I have become. I always thought it was cool. Like when what is it? Something about love. I
believe
in
in
a thing called love, right? I remember that video thinking like, dude, they're pulling this off. That's pretty hard to
My
do.
band in college covered that song,
No.
and we 75% pulled it off.
Hey, nobody else knew. They thought you guys were rad. They told me.
We
You
were
got-
the
you got
Darkness
by.
for Halloween one year. We had a Halloween show.
nice.
I shaved my beard, so I only had the handlebar mustache because that's the bass player
Right?
guy.
Yeah.
And my friend Preston, who's the lead singer, is like one of the skinniest dudes I know, and he got like skin tight white jeans and was like shirtless, and
I
he was
love it.
singing. It was
So
times.
good.
Anyway,
So good. Yeah, that show surprised me in the sense that it really seemed probably the most genuine of any tribute show that I've ever seen.
yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah.
and it was just, I was pissed because I missed the opening.
Oh no.
Seriously, all of London was trying to take the same exit off the same motorway at the same
Oh,
time.
I bet.
I
right.
was stuck like at the same exit for like an hour and a half, and I was just like seeing like, oh, we're getting closer, and so I parked a few blocks away because that's where I got cheap parking, and I could hear it starting, so I turned on the live stream and I'm like watching it on my phone as I'm trying to get to the venue.
Oh man.
And Liam Gallagher comes on and starts doing like Rock and Roll Star. I'm like, oh, that'd be cool to see Oasis songs at Wembley.
Yeah.
But I decided to go to Taco Bell and get some food because I'm like, I'm gonna
Oh
be
my
at this
God.
6-hour concert. Like, I need
Yeah.
some food.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I'm
Yeah.
like watching the gig on my phone that's happening 3 blocks away while I'm like eating Taco Bell, and then I ran in and saw the rest.
Hey, then you were ready.
Yeah, so I'm bummed that I missed Liam. A lot of people give him crap, but I think that would have been cool to see
Yep.
him doing Oasis songs at the beginning of that gig at Wembley, like sold out. That would
Yeah.
have been cool. But something that was unexpected, being the ignorant American that I am, Supergrass
What?
plays.
Oh.
Because Foo Fighters loved Supergrass and Taylor, especially. Like, they toured with them. I think Supergrass opened for them in the late 90s. I think
Yeah.
right around their second or third album,
Yep.
Supergrass's second or third album. And they came out and they launched into, well, they played a couple songs. I think they played like,
Pumping on your stereo.
no, was it like Richard the Third?
Richard
Is
the
that the
Third.
song?
Oh, for sure.
I think they played that, and then they launched into All Right.
I was thinking, all right, caught by the
Holy
fuzz.
crap!
Crowd went
Well,
berserk.
they
right?
did. Well, All Right was the second song, and the whole 90,000 people in that venue started like top of their lungs yelling along with
Wow.
it. And it was like
That is
one of the
awesome.
coolest. Like, because like, you know, us in the States, like, we knew Supergrass, but like they weren't popular and it wasn't a thing. But like to Brits, you know, that song was everywhere.
Quick note about Supergrass. After the Pixies, they are the band I've seen the most. I've probably seen them 12 or 13 times.
Nice.
Saw them at the Troubadour, at the Roxy. Gosh dang, where else did I see them?
You just
Space.
So you've seen them 3 times. Cool.
No. I'm well.
that he can remember.
Yeah, exactly. That I can remember. Where, oh, the Palace.
Didn't they play the Terragram?
I don't think that they played the Terragram that I remember, but they played. I know they played a bunch. They've always played small venues because they weren't, like you said, they're in the States.
Yeah.
People just were not aware of them, and it's
Yeah,
crazy
like
because
Super
they
Duke,
are.
what?
They are an amazing, so underrated, underrated. Oh my gosh! But
I need to catch one of their own shows. I've always wanted to see them. I haven't been able to. But
Dude.
seeing them play, they played like 3 or 4 songs at that Wembley tribute show, and it was awesome. And then later, Stuart Copeland came out to play drums with some
man.
other people, and Gaz came out to sing, and they did
shit.
every little thing she does is magic.
oh my god!
Oh my gosh.
Like that was cool.
He probably nailed it too, huh?
I mean, he didn't sound like Sting,
No.
but he sounded good.
Yeah. I was gonna say last thing about Supergrass, and we can move on. So they broke up in 2010-ish. Not broke up, but they went on sabbatical, right? We're not gonna make albums, whatever. They just had a reunion tour last year, right when COVID ended, because they actually they actually had it. They had planned it before COVID, but COVID happened, so they couldn't do it, so they had to reschedule. 2 years, and like even friends were like, dude, is that show canceled? It's not. I don't see it's ever canceled. Like, nope, it's just postponed. Supposedly tickets are still good. They finally come to go through. The night that it's scheduled it turned out to be the same night as my youngest final choir show before graduation. She had 3 solos.
Oh yeah.
She had 3 solos, and like, dude, there's just no way I couldn't go. So I missed
Couldn't you
them.
have pulled some strings and had the choir show open for Supergrass at the Wiltern?
dude,
Like, come on.
Or like have them live stream it while you're at the show and watching it. I know, I get
Hey,
it.
if
I know
can
you
watch,
called me.
If I can watch Liam on my phone
Yeah.
singing Rock and Roll Star while I'm eating Taco Bell, you can.
I should have had Hector. Did you go, Hector?
Yeah. No, you invited me, but I couldn't go
Oh, that's right. You can go
either
either.
of that day. Something happened. It was just a bad day.
I was trying to give you.
It was a
would've
bad
gone.
day.
I would have gone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah, we know.
But yeah, you people out there, if you have not caught Supergrass live, do yourself. And they
You
coming
people.
through. Yeah, you 3 people. Did it probably us listening back to see if it sounded good or not.
Right.
Yeah. So those were my shows.
Okay.
I saw Pixies a bunch too, but I think we'll get there, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Dustin and I, of course, try to see as many shows as we can.
Well, just to
So I think-
clarify real quick, Hector. So this is what happens.
Yeah.
Hector, he's great. It's me. So he'll go like, "Hey, I'm buying his tickets for yada yada yada." Awesome, cool. It's on blah, cool, whatever. Does Dusty write it down? Does he remember? No. So Hector, 3 or 4 days before the show, hey, don't forget, we got the show. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I forgot we had that show. It's like almost every
Well, it was like
time.
it was like an hour ago when Hector and I okay, we're ready to do this podcast. Where's Dusty?
Where's Dusty? The stinkers.
He's surfing, way out in the water.
Hear him swimming.
Swimming.
Or see him swimming.
See us.
But yeah, dude.
So yeah, that's what generally happens. We had a lot of shows come through. I think we went to in a time of 2-3 weeks, we went to 5 shows. It was crazy.
Who
But
all have we seen?
I think we saw the Best. I know we saw the Best.
Oh wait,
and
okay, they were
We saw X.
amazing.
I think no, we went.
Yeah, we saw X, but wait, Bess.
That was before. Yeah, Best.
Bess
Okay.
are, I mean, I was blown away how great they sounded live. Like literally, I was like, how, they sound like the album, so polished. All the harmonies.
Yeah.
I mean, that band is tight.
You know, we had tickets to see them. They were gonna play close to us in Bath, and
You're
they were gonna play
with Beth.
Beth Bath.
Sorry.
Plus, it was going to be an early matinee show, and so for Mandy and I, who have kids, and it's hard to go out to a night show.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay, but the day or two before, they send out a message saying that the singer is sick, and so she's not gonna be able to do it, and so like they like canceled it at the last minute or postponed it, or no, I think they postponed it, and then the rescheduled one. I think Mandy was just gonna go to it by herself because it was a different time, and then the day of they're like, oh, we're sick, so the guitarist is gonna try to sing tonight. If you don't want to come, get a refund. And so,
oh man.
But anyway.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I was gonna say something about that. Oh, what was funny about them when we saw them? I don't remember this, Hector. They had shirts. It was like guitar tech, drum tech, and it was them themselves, setting up their own gear with those shirts on. I thought that was hilarious. I was like, "That's."
Wait, did they switch shirts like after they?
Yeah. Then after they set up, they put on. It was brilliant, right?
Yeah, I think they had hoodies on or something.
Yeah, like I don't think people really realized it, but Hector and I were like, "Dude, I think that's them.
Them.
That's actually them setting up. That's not like a crew or whatever."
That's funny.
Yeah.
Another scary thing that actually happened in that show was, I forget where they were playing. I think it was the Regent. I forget. No, it was somewhere downtown. Yeah, but it was so hot in there. It was really hot. They hadn't turned the AC on. And like as they started the first song, this dude like in the front passes out. And they actually stopped. They go, I think this person needs help.
Yeah.
And they carried him out. Right after that, you felt the air come on. I'm like, Jesus, really? Someone almost had to die. It was still hot in there, but I remember that about that show that some dude just passed out. It was so warm. We saw Rolling Blackouts, Coastal Fever. We saw at the Terragram.
They were good.
I never know.
Really good.
I never remember all the run-on words in their name.
Yeah. I don't either. I was lucky to get that down. Yeah, right. And Dusty fell in love with the bass player.
Dude, that guy, he laid down the groove like nobody's business, man. He was like, you don't see it, but I'm doing what is that, like the goose step? I don't know.
Goose
Head bob, I don't know.
Because it's a different kind of...
Oops.
I don't know, but dude, he was all about
head bobbing.
it. He was all about it, dude. That band was tight, too. Drummer. Always comes down to drummer and bass player. If those two like are holding it down, it's usually pretty good. Guitar players, whatever. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, dude. We also saw, we did see Bob Mould.
Oh,
yes.
you did?
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, we did see Bob Mould.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We saw him at Terragram.
Amazing.
We saw, of course, one of our other faves. That I can't ever think of his name, right?
Oh, Ty Segall.
Yeah, we saw Ty Segall.
Segall.
Oh my God, so good. He's so
That's
good
always
live.
a good time. Always a good time.
Actually, another super killer. We saw Entrance Band, which is Paz's other band.
Right. Oh, right.
So good.
I'm so glad you're remembering this because I'm looking at my calendar right now.
Like,
and I'm trying to remember what the hell did we see.
What else? I know, dude. Like you said, we saw a bunch. Dude,
they were come through.
Entrance Band, so good live too. They're just one of those bands you got to experience it live. It's an experience in itself. So
and going back to what you're saying about drummers, that guy was on point.
Derek,
amazing.
Yeah.
Derek, okay.
Well, it's like you get him and Paz together, and they just lock in. And Paz in this band is a completely different beast than what she's doing in Pixies. You know, it's like a little bit more virtuoso because she's really holding it down with the drummer. It's just a three-piece, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, good stuff. What else did we see? We saw Peter Hook.
Oh yeah,
that was they did.
That was amazing.
He did.
They did the first two Joy Division albums in order.
Oh
yeah,
he played both of them.
Who sang? Did he sing?
Yeah,
he sang. Yeah,
he pulled it off. His son plays bass. I mean, him and his son both were playing bass.
Do you know who his son plays in a band with?
You know what Chris told me and I forget.
Yeah, I forget too.
Little band called the Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh, really?
I think
took Darcy's place.
Darcy's place from like 20 years ago.
20 years ago, right?
You know.
I know he plays with another band. I wasn't know if it was Smash Down.
Okay, I'm questioning myself because I think that's who it is. Talk amongst yourselves while I Google this crap.
I'll say this because this is one show I didn't go see with you. I went to go see the Linda's
punk
rock group, all girl band. Like the oldest is 17. I took my daughter to go see them. We had a blast. We actually got a picture with them after the show. So that was really cool.
I think they're playing the Fonda coming up here soon.
Yeah, in December.
Right.
That's right. I mean, I have to get those again. They just played with the Yeah Yeah Yeahs over the weekend at the Hollywood Bowl. Opened up for them.
That's nice.
So that was cool.
At the bowl, even. Jeez.
Right. At the bowl. Big time.
I feel like
I was right.
You're
It
right.
It was the Pumpkins.
Jack Bates is the kid's name. Peter
Yeah.
Hook's son.
Yeah, Jack, right.
He's full time for the past couple years. Like they don't say he's a member of the band, but
Right.
he's always
Right.
there.
Wow. Well, there you go.
Anyway.
Yeah, he was awesome. They were awesome.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
They played Unknown Pleasures and Closer. It was awesome.
I
amazing.
have to say, seeing it live, because I'm going to be honest, and I'm sure I'll get a lot of shit for this. Not the biggest
I've
Joy
got
Division.
your back.
I'm not
I've
the
got your
biggest.
back.
You too. I'm not the biggest Joy Division fan.
I like him. And,
Right.
I understand.
and I think we'll touch on this later on. I wasn't there when those albums came out, and it didn't, it wasn't as groundbreaking as maybe it would have been if I was
Experienced them,
25 and it came out and I heard it. I'm like, whoa,
Right.
this is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Going back and seeing it and like, okay, I get it, but at the same time,
Right. But it is one of those things where live music really can transcend, because after seeing that, I was like, it was such a great show. Like they played forever too. How long was that show? It was over a couple hours.
Over
like
2
3 hours?
right.
Yeah, I think it might have been 3 hours.
Yep. Yeah.
So
Like
and I was never
8 to
bored.
11.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, right,
They played a bunch of New Order songs. It was good. It was really good.
played everything.
They played all the songs.
All the songs. All right.
Yeah. So we also
guess
saw
what-
some Pixie shows, it sounds like, too,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, that's what I was going to jump to. Exactly.
Finally.
Finally, right? I think the last time I saw him was in 18 or 19 around there. So,
Yeah, you guys never got like a proper Beneath the Erie tour, did you?
No, we did not.
And we never got the
They had to cancel all
Surferosa.
that.
I didn't see the Surferosa.
I think
Yeah,
I
well, Dusty
you
and I
guys
went
did.
to New York to
Yeah.
see that.
That's
Right.
But,
right.
there was
it never
no,
came to LA. Yeah, unfortunately. I know.
No. But they're playing again.
Dude.
Yeah.
So I saw them a couple
Go
times
ahead.
this year. The first time was back in, I think it was July in Manchester. They did like an outdoor show. It was
Sorry.
cool.
Have to do that. Sorry.
You do.
Saw a bunch of people from the Facebook group that were there.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was one of their first shows. Like I think they'd done a few before that, but like, that was they weren't playing a lot of new stuff. They did Human Crime and they did There's a Moon On, and that was it. And then it was all just kind of Doolittle and Surferosa.
Not to jump ahead, because we are just talking about Pixie shows. When I saw them twice this time through, and they only played, I think, 2 new songs the first night. I could be wrong. And 4 the second night.
Yeah.
They didn't play a
third
lot.
night they played. Third night they played more. Yeah,
Did
they
they?
played them like right in a row. Yeah.
I feel like, because I kind of followed the set list, I think they played 4 by the end of that week of shows. 4
baby?
off the album and then Human Crime if you add that, so 5. Which I get, but at the same time I remember back, like the first shows they did for Beneath the Erie, they played, I think, like 11 out of 12. And then when I saw them a few weeks later at like their proper London show, they played the whole album. And so
Oh, are
Yeah.
you kidding me?
yeah, I don't know. Like I assume they'd kind of each night get more warmed up and add kind of
Right.
more, and then
Right.
like by the end be playing the majority of the album. But I guess they're just, I don't know.
Well, here's the thing that's going on. There's been a lot of talk in our Facebook group about the live shows, and the first time around we saw Pixies come, they were at the House of Blues, and that set got cut short because Charles lost his voice.
Yeah.
When was this? Earlier in the year, right?
Yeah.
Earlier in the year.
And I
Yeah.
could tell almost immediately, because I can't remember what song it was. It was obviously off of was either off of Rosa or Doolittle, but one of the punk songs. Where he
Probably, yeah.
screams.
Right,
And I'm like,
right.
that doesn't sound like. I mean, he always sounds pretty screechy, but something was like, that doesn't sound right to me. And then I think it was like the next song, I could tell he was having a hard time hitting a couple of the notes.
Right.
By the third
And I
song,
remember-
I was like, dude,
Yeah.
he's gone. But he tried hard.
He
but
tried.
He did not make
yeah.
it.
It did not make it. I remember Paz stepping
Get
in
it.
and go, okay, we're going to
I
go
get
into
it.
Gigantic. And they did. So she was trying to help out. I don't think Gigantic was part
Yeah.
of the set. But, man. So that, and then that's
Yeah.
why I think they made up the shows that were in early October, since we're dating here, right? That they came through. They were all makeup shows for that little tour they were doing. But, I mean, and again, the same thing happened in this tour. He lost his voice.
But
in
not
New York.
till after. And you know what's funny is I could tell the difference between Soma, which was in San Diego, and House of Blues
Right.
Anaheim. I could tell his voice was a little bit more shredded, shall we say? And I was even myself. Well, that
Wait,
show.
Anaheim was like the second night.
Yes,
Okay.
I could tell, and you know what? They played a little bit shorter, and I almost feel like something similar happened because it was the next show that he had to
Yeah.
walk off early, right? So
No.
Well,
No.
Here's what I saw. Here's
yeah,
what
wasn't
I saw.
it? Wasn't it?
You
Will
told me
Turn?
that. Well,
No,
Will
it was
Turn.
It was in New York.
In New York.
that he
Oh,
got
okay.
short.
So not the next show, but the show after that. Then.
Yeah.
How long did they
Yeah,
play
you
at Will
missed-
Turn?
You missed the Will Turn,
Dude.
About a good set. I mean, I'll
But
tell you.
was it 2 hours?
I think so.
Okay, because
I
he,
think
he
so.
played 2 hours in Soma, and it was like that was to me it was great. Like the crowd was great. I can't. Oh, here, a side note: who's all these 20-year-olds coming to Pixie shows?
Right.
Dude, I
Yeah.
saw a lot of younger people, which
Yep.
it made me happy actually. Dude, House
Yeah.
of Blues, the mosh pit, House of Blues was no joke. Like
No.
it was a good section of the front. We're just getting wild, man. Soma was wild, but more pogo. Like everybody was just jumping up and down and having a good time.
I prefer the pogo.
I do too. That's why I think.
Yeah.
But they just
That's how the Will Turn crowd was. But yeah, House of Blues was a younger crowd. I didn't like the crowd there. I may not even see them again there at that venue. To
I
be
know.
honest.
It's there's
Oh,
no.
we got-
I thought
We
you
got-
meant the crowd. I would
No,
never see that
the
crowd
venue.
again. They've been
Well,
trying
maybe
to,
maybe some of the crowd because we got beer dumped on us. Someone
Yeah.
actually threw beer onto the stage, almost got Joey, and I was like, "Oh shit, Frank's just gonna end it right here and now," because
I
it
hope that
got
guy
to the
got
stage.
his ass kicked because
He
that's what
got
happens.
booed, but I'm like, what the fuck? And then we got beer thrown on us from somewhere. I don't know where that came from. It just sucked. It just
You
sucked.
gotta track the person down and kick him square in the ass. I did
Yeah.
that once.
Yeah.
We the first time I flew to England to visit Mandy, we went to see Wolf Alice, and this drunk kid just comes barreling through the crowd and like bumps right into us and spills like a big portion of his glass on Mandy, and then he just starts
Ooh.
walking off. And like, I don't care if you are drunk, that like not even a sorry. So I
Yeah.
just like kicked him like hard, square in the butt, and he just kept going. And Mandy's
When
like,
Kimball
"Oh,
attacks.
well, you know, man, I remember Mandy's like, it's like, you didn't have to do that. He was just drunk. I'm like, I don't care. He spilled beer all over you,
Yeah.
and like he didn't even. If
he
said,
will be
like,
punished.
You know, if he said like, oh, sorry, but he was so. I'm sure he didn't even feel it because he was so out of his mind. But
Probably.
Whatever.
Yeah, so I didn't get that. That just ruined it. And a lot of people talked about the band, like the sound. I think Dave. I mean, they toured Europe so extensively over the summer, and to do these shows because they felt they needed to go and give back to the fans. It's kind of telling that back-to-back shows is not helping Charles at this point. I mean,
Well,
his voice can't do it.
may-
Or cut back on the screaming songs. One of the two. I don't know.
Or maybe
What do you
he
guys
had
think?
a cold the week before. We
You never
don't
know.
Maybe.
Yeah,
We
you
don't
don't
know.
And you know, and I heard some people saying Dave wasn't sounding good.
I agree, but
Yeah.
it was like every other show.
Well, here's the
Because
thing.
at Will Turn, he was on it again. He was on
But,
the
but
Will
here's
Turn.
the thing. He, since the last tour, he's had like carpal tunnel surgeries on his hands. Like
No,
he's
I
had-
did not
yeah.
know that.
So if he's
I did
like,
not
you
know
notice
that.
he's playing, he's holding the sticks differently.
Oh,
now.
I knew
He
that.
used
yeah.
to do like
Yeah.
kind of the Ringo Starr, like hold one stick one way and the one the other.
Right,
Now
yep.
he's back to normal kind of that.
1-2-1-2, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, he's still freaking amazing. And if he
Yeah.
has an off night, like he's been playing drums for.
To me,
Well,
let's
do
put
you
it
guys,
this way.
Do you guys
It
do you guys
never-
think they should not do consecutive tour, nights anymore? Would that help?
I don't know. I don't know.
think Charles would do that, but I don't know.
I don't know.
We don't have a solution. Oh my gosh! What to do?
I do not have enough statistics to
I
make
pretty
a
much,
decision.
yeah. I kind of only pay attention to the dates that are where I can go. So outside of that, I'm not sure how slammed together they are. Right? You know. But
well, you gotta look at this last 4 or 5 shows. They were done in 5 days. 4 shows in 5 days. That was crazy.
Warm ups. I'll tell you what, though, I do enjoy the warm ups. This is the second time I got to get warm up shows, and there's always something really special about them. Not that the when they finally come through, to do the actual tour, it's not cool. But I just think that there's something kind of more on the edge about these ones,
Right, they're trying things out. Yeah.
Speaking of cool little Pixie shows, I'm gonna cut you off.
Yeah,
I also saw a last-minute acoustic show that they did in London, which was rad. Our friend Julian from the group got tickets to see this. It was like. Originally, it was right near the Hyde Park show they did with Pearl Jam that I also saw.
Yeah.
I think it was the day before, and they had a pop-up merch place where you could get special shirts and posters just for that gig. And anyway, anyone who was in line there could get a chance to win tickets to this free acoustic gig that night. And somehow Julian got like 3 because he's awesome.
Got a sweet.
He's Julian, dude.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
So he messaged me. He's like, "Hey,
he's the man.
Can you be in London tonight?" I'm like,
"Hey, man,
give me a second, let me see." I'm like, "Yes, I can." So
give me a
went,
second.
and it was cool. Like the band, Charles was super talkative. He was telling stories between every song, which is
awesome.
so rare for
rare,
a
right?
Thing.
Yep.
And they played like 45 minutes of just chill, cool stuff, and that was great.
Did
want
Paz
them to
play
do.
Violin? Or
No, she was playing bass.
Okay.
But if they're getting older and if the constant loud rock shows is wearing on them, they should just do like a theater acoustic tour. Just strip back, small venues, talk a little bit more. It'd be rad. It'd be awesome.
That's a nice, Or sing more of the newer songs, which he has changed his voice. I mean, the newer songs, he's changed his tone. Not much screaming.
He's like 57.
Yeah.
I was going to say
sing more new songs, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I think that in general, it's just, as you get older, your voice, it's just hard. I mean, not everybody can be Paul McCartney,
Right.
Be 80 years old.
Speaking of, I saw Paul McCartney at the Taylor Hawkins show, and he does not sound that great anymore. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm saying he's freaking 80-something.
Oh, I know, dude.
But
it was a few years ago I saw him, but he was 80-something, and I was just like, how can he still do Helter Skelter? Like, how are you? But but I'm just. I mean, the thing is, the other thing with Frank is that he does have a lot of songs that he screams in, and that's harsh on your voice. I know. I read an interview with him where he says, "My secret is I'm not really singing that loud or shouting as loud as it seems because of the mic." But even with that, I think that you're still.
It takes
it still takes a toll, especially if you've been doing it years and years and years. And he's actually he's a smart singer. I do think he is. And like you said, Kimball,
I think he has to be
knows?
more so nowadays. Yeah.
Who knows? I mean, it definitely could be something like people get sick and things like that. It's hard to say. I'm going to reserve judgment and see if it happens again. Then I think it's a talking point. Third time's a charm. But right now, it's kind of I'm just going to chalk it up to it's just an ism. It just happened, And the show's
Joey's
so
fault.
great.
It's Joey's fault.
See, what's funny is everybody has been mentioning Dave. Oh, he's messed up or time. I don't want to say messed up, but he might have been off or whatever. I think that venue is important there. Can you hear yourself? I know him and Paz will lock eyes a lot and watch so that they're like queuing off, like she's helping him cue. Right, this is where we are in the song.
I think there were sound issues throughout this warm-up gig. Some people were saying that like Charles was looking pissed, like at the New York show.
Oh, New York show was. Yeah,
I think there were sound issues on stage,
right?
So I think that could have added to it,
right? But I would, if I'm really thinking of like, I'm not going to say errors, but if we say isms, there's things that happen live that are not going to be like an album, which I appreciate. I like that fact.
Right,
I feel like
the raw aspect,
I feel like Joey has been floating in and out of time sometimes with his parts, and because it's guitar and it's the way Joey plays, I don't think it's noticeable. I only notice it because some idiots play guitar.
I feel like he's way better since he's been sober.
This album, he delivered some great stuff. I mean,
I'm just talking about live. Like, he's always solid on the album, but I think it's just the live show.
Yeah.
He used to kind of miss stuff a lot, but ever since he went through rehab and sobered up, I've noticed live he's like much more
present.
Like,
that's
on
for
it.
sure.
Yeah.
And I think he's engaged right now, happy, has a good relationship.
Yeah.
So that helps, you know.
Yeah.
Totally agree. Well, you just touched on the new album, so I want to talk about that a little bit. Not get into a deep review, but just a little, I guess, first impressions
it's fresh.
of it.
It's been out a week, so you know.
We're hoping this gets out soon. We hope.
I listened to this. Who knows? But the next
album has
album
to be that bitches show needs to be promoted.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
It has to go
So we got to get it. That's our timetable right now.
There it is. Who wants to go first?
Have it by Turkey Day. You go, Dusty. Go ahead.
Okay.
Your impressions.
I actually love this album. Like, it's almost like when Head Carry came out. I was just so stoked on it. Like, I don't know that Head Carry is still my favorite in the way it was when it came out, but that's what's happening here with Doggerel. It's like right now it's my favorite. It's the new songs, it's new stuff. I've been reading some of the posts. I'm not really agreeing with where people, not necessarily where they think it is as far as my favorite or not, but like it sounds like I'm hearing, oh, this sounds like the second half of Beneath the Ire. And I'm like, I don't really air between the beneath the eye.
Error.
Beneath the air. Does not compute.
Does not compute.
Yeah, dude. I kind of put this. To me, this sounds like that one BTE. To me, like how I did that. It makes me think of almost like if you took Frank solo stuff and crossed it with Indie Cindy. That's what I get from BTE.
Yeah.
With this, it's like I feel like this was the album that would have been between Bossa Nova and Trump Lamone, with a little bit of Frank soloisms here sprinkled in and out.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting.
Yeah, I have a hard time. Like, I've seen a lot of people like, this sounds like Doolittle, or it sounds like Bossa Nova.
Well, see,
I'm like, I don't think so. Like, it sounds good, but I don't think any Pixies album really sounds like another Pixies album.
You're right.
All kind of their own little beast, and
100%.
Like
you're right. You're right, dude. Straight up, you're right.
But you're gonna hear some similarities because it's the same band, same writer, same composing of the music.
Well,
so you're gonna see some, but.
I think of all the Pixies records, this one feels the most comfortable in not trying to sound like
it has to
what
be something
someone might think is a stereotypical Pixies record.
Right.
If anything, the second half feels like it could be on it could be like a Frank Black Honeycomb type record with different musicians. You know, they could be like more kind of mellow folk country songs. You know.
Yeah.
And so, I think this is just. I think this just shows they are super comfortable just doing what they naturally do. Mm-hmm. They're not trying to do a Doolittle Part 6 or whatever.
Right.
And they're just like, hey, this is the music that we wrote at this time in our lives. We're in our 50s. Paz is what, in her 40s? I don't know how old Paz is. 40s. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And this is how it sounds.
Yeah.
And they're not ashamed. Why would they be ashamed?
Right.
But like they're not trying.
They got
to,
no
to,
fucks to give.
Yeah, it's like these are the songs, and let's make them great.
This is is Pixies 2.0 in its fullest, in its prime, you should say.
Yeah. But I will say that before I get off of the BTE compared to this, I went back because I was wondering why didn't I really love BTE? When I remember first listen, I even was like emotional. I was like, wow, I love it. But after a few listens, I kind of stopped listening, and I went back and on further listen, I think that some of the songs, the tempos were just a tad slow, and so it will. Even though I'm digging the song, I feel like maybe the album itself felt like it was dragging a little bit. Whereas I feel like this one's like on point, like not too slow, not too fast. Like they're just sitting, and also I think maybe what do you call it? Like oh my gosh, the song order. Like the way these songs, the sequence of this album to me just is like a magic flow. Like I wouldn't change any song to any other song. And I can't, once I start it, I have to listen all the way to the end because I don't want to miss any of it.
And
there's nothing
more than Beneath the Eerie, which I still think is great.
It is.
This album ends, and I want to instantly start it over.
100%.
Whereas Beneath the Eerie, I think it's great, but I think it's a little more, what's the word? Maybe somber, a little
emotional.
more.
Yes.
I mean, because you got to remember where he was coming from when he was writing that, right? It was the breakup, it was divorce,
and the way that album ends.
Yeah, and you felt it.
Yeah, the way that album ends with Daniel Boone, which I still think might be the best thing they've done, recorded since they've gotten back together. But it ends on that kind of like beautiful, epic kind of more ballady type tone, and then there's like this little epilogue of Death Horizon, and then it just kind of like, okay, it's over. This one, it's like, spoiler alert, the last song, Doggerel, ends with that epic build-up. It builds, and then they're going, and then it fades out, and it just like...
it's really...
I want to hear more, and you just start it over.
And that's the thing is, I think something that a lot of people have said, especially Hector, the demos from Beneath the Eerie.
Yep.
Those sound amazing, actually. I actually think that those mixes to me fit. Like I'm going to tell you my number one pet peeve with the production.
Yeah, the Dalgety effect.
No, it's not even just Dalgety, because I think he's doing good in a lot of areas.
He did better in this album, I give you that.
What I'm not digging is it is, but I think
he gets better each time with them.
Yeah. Right. But I'm having the same issue, and that issue is I don't like how he mixes the drums.
Right, I agree.
Oh yeah,
I agree.
I don't it's too pro. Like there's not enough lo-fi-ishness to the drums. Whereas I feel all the other instruments, I feel like they still sound like, if I was standing there, that's how Joey's guitar would sound. That's how Frank's voice would sound. That's how Paz's bass would sound. But with the drums, I feel like, and I shouldn't say that because live, to tell you the truth, the drums kind of sound like that live now. But what I'm used to when I see a live band is a little bit more like not so precise of tone. Like the way the snare snaps and the kick thumps. There's like, where's the room, or where's the like, I don't want to say noise to it, but like, that kind of live feel to it, right? There's a fine line between, I don't want it to sound like a trash live, like literally this is a live recording, but I don't want it to sound like, it was a top 40 guy mixing, and he had gates on all the drums, so there's no bleed over, all that kind of stuff. And that's kind of where I feel it kind of seems like that's what might be happening here with the drums. I don't know. That's a fact. I'm just kind of...
I think we got, because I agree with you, but it's a aspect that we were spoiled with the way Albini
there you go with that.
sounded
I disagree, because
right?
I like Gil's. I like Gil Norton's production way better.
Yeah, I was going to say, and sure. Norton caught it too. He found that.
Yeah.
But I think like with Dalgety, he softens everything up in my point of view. He just softens everything up. But except this new album, that's why I saw it differently.
Yeah.
Because with BTE, you saw the difference between that and the demos, which were mixed and produced by somebody else. Right?
Yeah.
You know the name.
Dalgety didn't. It was Justin Pizzoforato.
Bring that guy back.
Yeah, I know he would remember.
Freaking rad,
right? I like Dalgety, but I think that the way those ones were mixed just felt more powerful to me. But it's also those songs were different than what made the album, right?
Oh yeah, none of them, none of those demos were on the album.
Well, that's what I mean. Like that, it's almost like that is a separate album. I kind of wish they would have done that. Like this. Well, is just
and also,
True.
Those podcasts that were about the making of Beneath the Eerie. You saw that a lot of stuff was written at those sessions,
which I like that though.
That's cool.
I wish they would have done that for this album. I really wish they had done
I'm glad they didn't because I had more expectations.
Podcast, like a podcast.
Oh, the podcast. Okay, yeah.
I'm glad they didn't
really?
to be on the other side of it. Yeah,
but
I don't know. I didn't want to hear the new stuff. I came to like BT. We got everything. We knew everything how it was going to be to a point.
I'll tell you though.
I'll
tell you though. I wasn't like I knew the album was coming out and I was looking forward to it, but I wasn't anticipated like I was the
Yeah.
last two.
Right.
Like, and-
I agree with that too.
And it was
I agree with
because
that.
there was like just a lack of anything. Like they put out that episode about recording Doggerel, like
One episode.
yeah, but they put it out
Yeah.
in like May.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
it was like months. Like, okay, here's a single, here's another single.
Yeah, the promotional factor wasn't there.
And to be fair, like the singles, I think weren't as impressive on their own.
Right.
Oh, you know what?
I
That
agree.
I said that
but
too.
when they
yeah.
when they
Yep.
are part of
Yep.
the album, they're really good. But I
Brilliant.
think just
Right.
How is
just
that?
hearing them on their own without the whole package is kind of like it's okay, but
Yeah.
it's not doing it like maybe on Graveyard Hill did. You know, you compare it to
Right.
what you've
Right.
experienced.
I do know
And I remember
what you
doing this. I remember doing this with BTEs where I said, "Oh, you know that song is great. That song was really good. I liked it." This time around, I said side A. The entire side A like killed me. I loved it. And that side B was going to be a grower, and it has been. I love side B
That's
now,
what's
but
funny.
I gave it a freaking entire side of an album. Like this is it, you know. So there was a big difference. There
Yeah.
really was.
Well,
so.
it's. I'm glad it's a very different vibe from the last album, and I'm glad
Yeah. Me too.
every album.
Is
That's
its
what I
own
love
thing.
about this band.
Yeah.
Every album, like it's Pixies, but I struggle to try to place any song from any album on a different album and make it work as well as just the way they are. You know.
Yeah.
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 I agree, dude.
So-
what?
so
We
Dusty-
should we pick some songs that we really dig?
Yeah. Pick a song.
Yeah.
Are we
That's a
going
song.
to play us a couple of songs
Let's
for
just
people?
let's
or-
let's
play
pick one each
I
because
think that's good.
Okay.
we're trying to keep the show a little shorter,
Right,
even
right.
though we're like at 52 minutes already.
Right.
But whatever.
Eh, man.
It's the way we do things
That's
here.
it.
Dusty,
Hey, music.
Dusty,
Tell me.
what
There you
song
go.
do you want to share that just captures your love of this album?
I will. The one that I can't stop singing is Thunder and Lightning.
All right.
I-
What's your
Okay.
favorite? What's your favorite vegetable, Dusty?
I know. What does he mean by that? Like, so I knew we were going to get into, like, at some point we're going to get into lyrics because it's, you know, Rick and Kimball won't let us not talk about lyrics, which I love. So
Hey,
this
is
album.
just no. This isn't an in-depth episode. We can
yeah.
not
Yeah,
talk
I
about
We don't-
anything.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, so I specifically was looking at lyrics on this album, and so I'm looking at like Thunder and Lightning, and I'm actually
Let me consult my deluxe CD version with the lyric book in it.
Oh, I can't
there.
find
There
it.
is another one. What's the one? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I can't remember. Is it Vault to Heaven? What's the one where he sings about going to 7-Eleven,
Yeah.
trying to
Vault to
titrate?
Heaven
It
is that-
rhymes
Yeah.
with 7-Eleven.
Yeah, trying to
Yeah.
titrate. So
Yeah.
my so you know what titrate means?
Wait, which song are we gonna play?
Oh, sorry,
first?
Thunder and Lightning was my choice, but maybe we should
Let's-
maybe we need to do Vault of Heaven because I'm talking about lyrics. and I was like, what is he? Why is he using titrate? What the hell does he mean by that? But then after I like put it all together, I'm like, oh, I think I.
What
know.
does he mean by that, Dusty?
Well,
Tell us
I
what-
think
what
it's
he
like
means.
he's trying to figure out how much of whatever drug he's taking should he take. Like, have I taken enough yet, or have I not taken enough yet?
Well, yeah, I think it's that, and you'll have to enlighten me because I haven't ever done drugs. So tell me how this goes. But I gathered that like he's.
Wait, what is that supposed to?
I don't know.
You mean I've done a bunch of drugs?
I'm assuming you've done more than I have, is all.
Okay.
And that might be you've done one drug ever. And that would be more than me. So,
Too bad we don't have a table right now.
because I think it's like, isn't it like he's already been taking some sort
Yes.
of something, and he's going to 7-Eleven to get
Recreational,
another
of
sort of
course.
something to either balance it out or get the mixture
Yes.
right to get your head straight. And when
Exactly.
he gets there, he's out of his head
It's
and
too-
he goes to another
Yeah,
space. And
yep.
I think, like, I've read a lot of reviews of the album say, like, oh yeah, he's talking about space and sci-fi stuff again. I'm like, nah, I think
Nah.
he's just like
Yeah.
he's out of his mind because he's on all sorts of different substances and
Yeah.
he's trying to balance it out and whatever.
Right. Like What's funny you say that there were isms in this album where I could see why people would say like, oh, he's going back to this or that kind of motif because there's also some of the religious stuff in there. But it's only like a song here, a song there. I really feel like it's what he's always done.
And exactly. And when people say he's going back, I'm like, you guys haven't been listening to him for the 30 years in between, have you?
Because he's been doing it the
doing
whole
what
time.
he does. He's doing what he does.
All right, let's. What song are we gonna play though? Am I gonna play Vault or am I gonna play?
You choose.
Well,
what do you want?
We're gonna play Thunder and Lightning, even though we talk about Vault. So here it goes.
Still want to know your favorite damn vegetable, Dusty. What's your favorite vegetable?
When we come back, I'll tell you.
Let him think about it. Okay. Think about the kumquats and then come back.
Let's play now. Go.
There was a storm today in Chinatown. My favorite vegetable was really coming down. Okay, you count the miles till lightning turns to thunder. How long until it tears us both asunder? Started a war today in another land. Everything went the way that it all was planned. Okay, you count the miles till lightning turns to thunder. How long until it tears us both asunder? There was a storm today in Chinatown. You count the miles till lightning turns to thunder. How long until it tears us both asunder? There was a storm today. There was a storm today. You count the miles till lightning turns to thunder. You count the miles till lightning turns to thunder.
All right, Dusty.
My favorite vegetable.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Thank you.
You got
My
that
favorite
too.
vegetable. My favorite vegetable. Even though I've been thinking about it, I still can't tell you.
For 3.5 minutes.
Have you been titrating during that song?
I know. I'm gonna realistically.
Puff, puff, puff.
It's either gonna be Brussels sprouts or broccoli. Those are probably
well.
two of my favorite, which is not go with the song, but I thought you really wanted to know what my favorite one was.
No, I asked that.
Okay, good. Okay, just
Thank you
making
for
sure.
answering.
Absolutely.
I think I'm going to have to go with corn.
The more you know.
Because you can get it on the cob, which is amazing. Or you can just get like sweet corn. Or you can get like...
Very flexible, yes.
Like
Wait,
street corn.
Man.
Like you go to like some little suburb in the valley, and it's got like the mayonnaise and like the the sprinkled stuff on it.
Yep, the
Yep.
tahine. The tahine, baby.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was called, and I didn't want to be racist, so I didn't say anything specific.
All right, I'll say it then for you. Mexican style, baby.
There you go. Hector can say that. So thank
I
you,
can
Hector,
say that,
for,
yes.
for stepping up, helping a white brother out. Thank you.
Always, man.
But
always.
hey, but is corn actually a vegetable?
I knew you were going to
What?
ask that. I knew it because
Isn't
Dusty
it?
probably thinks it's a fruit.
Isn't it like it's kind of like tomato? Tomato, I think it was a vegetable, but it's technically a fruit.
Tomato's a fruit, yeah.
And so
No.
with
There's no
corn,
seed. Wait,
with corn,
No.
you're right. There's no isn't
Of course,
each corn
there's
is
a seed.
That's what you're eating.
Yes.
but there's no seed inside the
But
seed.
dude, because where do we get all our sweetener from? Corn,
Sugar?
Certain,
Sugar?
You would think so, but if you look on most
Well,
labels,
I'm Googling it, damn it, and it says fresh corn is considered a starchy vegetable.
there you
Starchy.
go. There you
That's why I like it so
Starchy.
much because starch
Starchy.
is amazing.
Oh, wait a minute.
Also
Potato.
popcorn. Hello.
go. Potato,
Hello?
potato.
Yeah.
Also,
potato is.
a sack of
potato's
potato.
different. What?
A sack of potatoes. There was this really bad comedy show back
Wait
in
a
the
minute.
day,
And it's still bad right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Whatever it is you're doing.
they had a whole spiel.
Wait a minute. I'm
Go-
going to tell you guys that was wrong. Now I see it that corn is. They're asking the question: is corn a vegetable or fruit? Corn is a fruit,
What?
a grain, and a vegetable. So it's all three.
What?
Bullshit. Pick a side, dude.
it's-
You can't play all
Right.
sides.
Hey, it's the holy trinity right there, baby.
Botanically speaking, corn is a fruit. It is produced from the flower or the ovary of the corn plant.
Oh, so if it starts,
Well,
I did not.
But
know.
how is it How is it a vegetable then as well? They say it's all
Because
whatever you
because
want.
of the, I guess
it's
it's
like
a fresh
dream food.
corn stalk. Maybe that's it.
I don't know.
That's the vegetable.
Well, I mean,
Damn
corn
it,
was
and whatever.
man-made anyway, so
Corn was good. Corn is good.
kind of like bananas.
Mankind can do cool things.
Yeah, corn and bananas. There's two good ones.
And bad things.
Anyway, should we talk about?
I know.
relevant
We're
things?
talking about some songs here, dude. So thunder and lightning.
Hey, wait
though.
a minute. How about my vegetable? You guys didn't even ask me. What the
What's
hell?
your favorite non-vegetable
All right,
that's also
green,
a vegetable?
green beans. I like green
Oh, I
beans.
do like green beans. Yeah, green beans are good.
I'd have to go over. I'd have to go with peas over beans.
I like peas too.
I like peas,
Peas and
too.
carrots. That's a good mix right there.
Ooh, peas. There you go. And corn.
And
I
corn.
adore carrots.
Mixed vegetables. That's mine.
Yeah. Cauliflower.
Just throw 'em all in.
Let's not forget about cauliflower.
While we're at it, just
right.
throw everything in there: fruit, grain, like
Oh my
dairy,
Mixed bag.
everything in there.
Put everything. There you
Ranch
go.
dressing. Just put a bunch of
All in
ranch
one.
dressing.
Oh man.
One stop shop. All in
Anyway,
one.
let's talk about
All right.
things.
Are we picking the song?
You're picking the song.
But did we want?
Oh.
Did you want to talk about that
Oh
song? Actually,
yeah, thunder and
Dusty?
lightning. We can do that. There's always talking about songs and stuff.
Tell me about it. Why do you love that one so much?
It's really just that hook. I think that, and also just the chord progression. Da, 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 da. I think there's
Oh, yeah.
something about it when Frank gets in that kind of mode. It's just like, I don't know, like when he gets into the right before the chorus, okay, and he's just like, yeah,
that's cool.
like I'm gonna jump into this,
Yeah.
and it's like he's just got this swagger on. And I think Paz kills it with the backups. It's just, I mean, like she never does. Oh my gosh, dude! There's some moments on this where she really starts going off and showing her musicianship, and I don't even know
heck
that
yeah,
people
yeah.
catch it because it's so tasty. What's this?
Yeah.
I can't. I tried to remember.
Well,
Go
like
ahead.
she said of all the albums she's ever worked on with any group, not just Pixies, this is the best thing she's ever done. She said that.
Wow,
That's crazy. Wow.
She like
Oh,
that's
'cause she
how
has input.
Feels.
She has input in
Yeah.
it too. That's why. She's
Well,
being
I don't know if
creative
it's
with
just that. I think it's just
That's
the
part of
total.
it.
The total everything is.
it. Right.
Yeah, she loves it. So
That's
that's
good.
So I think.
So, yes.
Did you say why does he say my favorite vegetable's coming down?
Yeah.
I think it's just a way to say it was raining.
Yeah.
Like freaking hard.
Right.
You know, like imagine whatever your vegetable is:
right,
peas,
right.
beans.
Or a
In
vegetable you
my
don't
book,
like,
a
you're
cob
trying
of
to take it
corn,
down.
and all of that is just like pummeling. You know.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that the lyrics really don't go anywhere. It's just talking about he rains, and then it's like, hey, you count the miles till lightning turns to thunder,
Yeah.
right? But how long till it tears? So I don't know. Maybe he's talking about trouble in a relationship. Could be. I mean, who
Yeah.
knows? Fucking, it's
Well, that's the thing. Like maybe you see something that's like, oh, that's no
Yep.
good, and then how long until that actually manifests as the thunder that
Right.
destroys you?
Yep.
You know, you see the lightning, and then you feel the shockwave later. You know.
Yes, exactly.
So maybe that could be it, or
Yep. Guitar
be
work.
anything,
I want to
you know?
mention Joey's guitar work too. Just impeccable on the song.
Dude,
I love how he goes
overall-
from the clean guitar tone to at the end he has the
Yeah.
searing like fuzz on it. It's like it almost sounds like a synth or like a string instrument.
Yeah.
Like it's so
Well, this is the one where he has like the multi-tracked solo, right? Where he's playing like 3 different like harmonized.
See, I was wondering
parts together, right?
Is that what's happening? I didn't know if it was that or Frank was doing something with him.
I think it's Joey because
Yeah.
I think that episode. Dalgety even talks
Talked
about
about it?
how
Yeah.
that's his favorite Joey bit on the album because it's like a George Harrison-esque layered solo thing.
How do you choose a best Joeyism on this album though? Because he's on fire.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
This album is freaking Joey's album.
Like you
Because
said,
like the songs
Yeah.
will be good, they'll be good, and then Joey will just like show up and send it to like
Right.
freaking vault of heaven, dude. Just like he'll
Yeah.
and it's
Well-
like, and it's on paper, it's like this simplest 2-3 note thing, but it's like perfect, and
Yeah.
it just makes the song. It cranks it up to 11.
Yeah.
and, you know.
That's a little difference I saw too with going back to BTE. I remember us saying, you know what, that song was okay, and then Joey saved it. He came in and
Yeah.
throws that hook, and he saved the song.
And
Here,
that's why
I don't
Frank
think you
won't
need to
get
do
rid
that
of
'cause
him.
he's all over it.
Yeah.
He's all over this album.
Dude.
I mean, like you guys said.
that's why he's even on
amazing.
Frank's solo stuff, man. Because you can't deny
Yeah.
the Joey. It's like you just can't. He's so amazing, dude.
Good night to Joey.
Can't deny the Joey.
Don't deny the
Uh-oh.
Joey.
Can't deny it.
Oh man.
All right, who's
Sweetness.
next?
Hector, how about you, Hector? I want to hear your thoughts.
You know, I don't have a deep detailed breakdown on the songs that I like. Like I said, like side A is like incredible, but you know, kind of like going back to how I found Surfer Rosa, the very first song, Bone Machine. Same here with No Matter Day.
Oh.
that just hooked me in right away. That very first song,
I love it too.
and the change
I love
up
it too.
towards the end is incredible. Just reminded me of a lot of things, you know, in the past. But Pause's bass line, amazing.
Yeah.
The very beginning.
Yeah.
Oh man.
The thing about
So,
it
yeah.
is, the first time I heard the song, I was not a fan of the radio station
Yeah.
change.
Right.
Because I'm like,
Yeah.
what the hell was that? Like,
Yeah.
and again, that's because that episode, Dalgety sings like, yeah, those were 2 demos that I mashed together to make one song. And so I'm like, Dalgety, your fingerprints,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
dude.
Right.
Just chill out and let the band.
Let them
you know,
play. Let them
I was
play.
like, why not have one badass song that's a minute and a half, and then have half a second
Right.
break, and then the second
They've
half
done it
as the
before.
second song.
Come on.
But the more I've listened to it over the week, and I expect that
Yeah.
to come
Yeah.
now, like I love it. And so
Yeah.
Yep.
you were
That'll
right,
be- that'll
Tom.
be-
Tom is always right,
You know they were just stealing from the Beatles.
isn't everybody?
Yeah.
I know.
Just turn the drums up.
No, it's because you know they would do that where they would have a couple of different versions of a song and they would splice them together to create the
Yeah.
overall song.
Yeah.
I'm
Well, like
sure
I
they're
said,
not the
I
only
like-
ones who've done it,
I
but
like what he
No.
did in this album.
I agree. I think
like what he did.
Tom's best work for sure
he
with
gets
Pixies.
he
Yeah.
gets better with them each time.
Yeah.
I think. Like
Right.
as much as I love Head Carrier, it's brick walled and,
Oh, yeah.
very like loud and
Yep.
not. There's some ugliness to it that's not a good ugliness.
Mm-hmm.
But he gets better each time with them. So
Yeah, this one I just I even with my drum complaint, it's not bad. It's not like
No.
what I
Yeah,
thought
right.
from the last
Right.
album. It's really
yeah,
No, it was a happy surprise, to be
the
honest.
drum thing
Yeah.
that you brought up, it's never even.
We're being picky.
Yeah,
We're being
we're
picky.
nitpicking
To
because
me.
That's
we're
what we-
super fans.
That's what we do here.
Let's play the song for these peoples.
Yeah, let's do it.
You know, I know that you don't really hate me, but I suppose that I probably irritate you. And furthermore, I know that I can't relate to you. I'll say I'm sorry in advance for all of my hyperbole. Don't waste your time on me. Don't waste fountain. I said, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't piss in the fountain. It's no matter day. I call up all my friends, and we go dancing at the show. But when the spirits call, it's all shenanigans. Peace to burning right away. Peace to famine right away. Peace to lonely right away. I said, hey, don't piss in the fountain. I said, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't piss in the fountain. I said, hey, don't piss in the fountain. I said, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't piss in the fountain. I said, hey. I said, whoa. I said, hey. I said, whoa.
It's a great song.
I was just telling the fellas, this is like 3 different songs in one. 3 great songs, like Kimball said.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Like, and I was saying they need to open their shows with this song because that first half
totally agree.
has got that cool bass groove that's similar to like when they open with Gouge Away, you
yeah.
know, that they do an extended thing live,
Right.
you know. So you got that,
Easily
and then,
could be done.
and then you just ramp into the second half, and then that's when you know the crowd instantly can just go nuts.
Yep.
So
I agree.
I mean, it worked with the opening of the album. It
great
should work
opener.
live.
yeah.
Yeah. Got me in
Yeah.
hooked.
I
Hooked.
think we kind of talked about this a little bit, but for sure, the sequencing on this album is just immaculate.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really good.
Yep.
And it, you know, it's easy, you know, us listening to it on vinyl, it's a really good A side and a different, really good B side, I think.
It is. It is changed directions, but you know what? It's. I love it though. I love that it's kind of. It makes me think, like you said, like when you would switch that album to the other side, you almost got a different. You know, I don't want to say a different album, but you have like a sea change. You know, it's like now things are different. You know, there's like it's the same. You have this feeling you're coming into, and then it's like, whoa, you turned that page, or you know, gone to the
That's
next.
the
level.
magic of LPs.
Yeah.
That's the magic of vinyls. What they had in the past.
And it's
you get a different side. Different side.
Yeah.
Dude, but I'm looking at the track list and man, each song has like just great
Yeah.
moments. Like I'm looking
Yeah.
at like Haunted House.
Oh, I know. That was actually my initial
That-
favorite song.
It was too. It was the first like instant like earworm that,
Yeah.
that stuck in my head. Just and again, it was just the verses with Joey doing his near 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 near, like the simplest repeating guitar fill thing, but that thing stuck in my head for like the whole last week.
Yeah.
Like just that verse kind of couple bars repeating thing with him doing that fill
Yeah.
on top.
Right.
I love that song. It's
Yeah.
great. And then Get
Yeah.
Simulated is freaking awesome.
That's awesome.
Like it's
I
like,
love that song.
We probably won't. We're not like delving into these deep, but like I think
No.
the lyrical concept of that song is awesome. It is.
It is.
I mean, we're just going down the line. It's like every song is.
I know.
What are you gonna do? Which one are you gonna do?
I think we're gonna end with the title track because
Oh,
you know I've been
yeah.
I knew you were gonna go there.
well I've been
Yeah.
talking with Mandy all week listening to it and the album is
Hi, Mandy.
Hey,
Hi, Mandy.
Woo.
Hi,
She's-
Mandy.
I think she's asleep. Anyway, the album is bookended so well. So we just heard No Matter Day,
Yeah.
and that's freaking awesome. And then Doggerel, it's like a journey of a song too. It starts out and it's kind of that funky kind of groove,
Yep.
and then they just build, and Joey comes at the end and freaking slays it, and you end on the highest note, and they're going and going. And I think I generally don't like songs that fade out, but this
It works.
was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And it makes me want to just keep hearing whatever the hell they're doing. And so you instantly flip the record over again.
Go for it
It's
again.
so good. It's so good.
Let's listen to it.
Yeah. I don't want to hear myself talk. I just want to hear
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right. Let's do it.
3 pretty boys did Gabriel get. The youngest George by name, sir. A funny dog, not favored much. fortune nor by fame, sir. Down in the cold rain, down the valley, bottom of the hill. First barren cold rain, Gabriel Hammer has sent a bell. On the road to somewhere, on the road to nowhere, it's the same to me. With a band of robbers, or down the bottom of the sea. I'll never wander again. I'll never wander again. I'm gonna stay to the end, be with you. I'll never wander again. I'll never wander again. I'm gonna stay to the end, be with you. Be with you. I'll never wander again. I'll never wander again. I'm gonna stay to the end, be with you. I'll never wander again. I'll never wander again. I'm gonna stay to the end, be with you.
My goodness.
Doesn't sound like you're being pulled out of the studio.
Oh, yeah.
They're still
Oh,
playing.
yeah.
There's still more there. Yeah.
The door's shutting. You're like, no, there's more.
Yeah.
Pause. Pause.
Yeah. But man,
Really
Frick,
quick, I want to give you the definition of Doggerel.
Oh, good.
please do.
Verse or words that are badly written or expressed.
Yep.
That explains the album cover.
Yeah, maybe I can accept that.
Maybe they knew what they were doing there, right?
the Pixies more that way.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can see it. That's horrible.
Is it even Pixies? What is
I mean, it's
Pixies.
supposed to be a P with a shadow, but
It's all Doggerel.
Doggerel. Yeah, it's just a poorly written poem or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that song is freaking great, dude.
So
You talked about Joey, and that's a song that's evident of his greatness in this album.
yeah, he's got
Yeah.
some
I mean,
sizzle.
All of them though
Yep.
too. Like I think Paz's background vocals,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
just complement everything so well. And
It worked. It was a good mix.
Frank with his husky voice.
yeah, I love the
Three
low
pretty
Frank
boys.
voice.
What song did you mention, Kimball, that reminded us of?
Like
Frank
Big
Black?
Red.
Yeah.
Big Red, yeah.
Have you
Got
heard
the Tom
about
Waits voice.
Big Red? You know,
Yeah.
people are like, yeah, he doesn't scream like he used to when he was 23.
Right.
Yeah, screw you, dude. Just let him be, man. He's freaking great.
Writing
Let
great
him-
songs. What's
Let
the
him
matter?
do it.
Hey,
Yeah.
they're still playing. That's all you can ask
Thank
for
God.
at this point, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So I of course was looking at it like, what do you think this is? This like a, comeback song? Like, sorry, baby, I'll never do that to you again. And then Kimball says, did you not listen to the intro, you dumbass?
No, I didn't say that.
I know, but I felt that way. Not because of you, although you like to do that to me. No, I'm just
Yeah, you
kidding.
probably
I'm
did.
kidding. He never does.
It just happened.
Only always. No, never he does. No, he doesn't.
No, but I mean, it's
No,
specifically
but
about this town in Massachusetts that was founded by this Baron Coleraine guy in
Uh-huh.
the first verse, and he had a son Gabriel, and that's what the doggerel is about. I guess people in these towns would write doggerels about themselves, like little sayings about themselves.
Right.
And I think that first one, I'm not sure, but I know that in stuff I've read, Charles came across a doggerel that George, one of his sons, George, wrote. That's kind of this self-deprecating thing, and that's why it's 3 pretty boys did Gabriel get. The youngest George by name, sir, a funny dog, not favored much by fortune or by fame, sir. So that's George wrote that about himself, and it was just
Right.
anyway. And I guess there was it goes on. There's an interview. When we get to an episode about this album, we'll
Yeah.
dive deep
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah.
right.
It's about these people that founded this city and this town in Massachusetts, and kind of just the way they were, and
Yeah.
kind of philosophies of life and how they do things and stuff. Blah blah blah.
In other words,
But, I
a little
mean,
about
but
the
at the same
Northeast.
Sure, but then at the end, I'll never wander again. I'll stay here till the end. That could mean one thing and also mean 6 other things at the same time.
Right.
He has a way of writing kind of universal lyrics that kind of you can make them mean anything to you.
Yep.
And I think that's a really good sign of a great songwriter.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah, man, I love this album. I'm
It's great.
all in. I'm all in on this bad boy.
and in the past we've said
Can't wait
like
for the tour.
I feel like every album gets better, but
I know.
then when it comes and it is better, I'm still like,
Yeah.
freaking hell. Like,
Well, you're looking
is
at
better.
2.0. Where do you put this at on the 2.0 Pixies since they've come back?
this is my favorite
Yeah.
of the 4.
Yeah.
I would have to
Yeah.
say so also.
I
It's high up there in general, even on my main list.
yeah.
If we
might
want
have
to
to
talk
get to
about
that.
lists.
Well, talking about lists, Mr. Kimball. I was like, I enjoy the Facebook group quite a lot. And I enjoy what's written there, usually.
You guys
Yeah.
Did you enjoy my doggerel that I posted on there the other day?
I did. I did that. I did. And then these
10
lists
pretty
came out.
albums did we all get?
I hate lists now.
I'm going to see if I can pull it up here so we could take a good
Jeez
gander at some of these
Louise.
comments that you got, my friend.
And
Okay, well,
and I was
continue,
nice.
Hector.
Yeah,
I
What-
was
what happened?
nice about it. Well, apparently, there was people start ranking, like Dusty was alluding to, and so people started ranking where they find the new album and all that. And Mr. Kimball put in this. 2
Well,
cents, his own
well,
opinion.
for the
and I respect that, but
it's early
we gotta
days.
tell
It's-
it
it's
kind of
still-
spiraled out of control after that.
Well, here's the thing. It's still early days. The album's been out for a week. Like was it you or Dusty that just asked how does it fit with the other,
That was
3 new ones?
Mr. Hector.
That was Dusty doing it.
That was safe playground. Because
Right.
people dump on the new records all the time, and so it's easy to say
Right.
like which one is whatever, blah blah blah. And so after listening to this album probably 100 times, I kid you not, like it's been playing almost nonstop the past week. Like last weekend, we took a family road trip to Thomas Land.
Yeah.
Thomas the Tank Engine. 2.5 hours each way, and the album just played over and over and over and over.
And you didn't get tired of it, did you?
No, I didn't. And Mandy didn't either. I kept asking him, like, you sure this isn't, like, do you want to listen to something else? She's like, no, it's fine. Anyway, I went there. I'm like, okay, I know it's early, but is it too early to rank all the Pixies albums?
I just want to know
Maybe
what
it is,
Surfer Rosa
maybe it
did to you.
isn't. And so
That's all.
anyway,
You did it.
I put a ranking up, at the moment.
Oh my gosh.
Of how everything is, and people lost their shit.
They were like,
They lost it.
this crazy motherfucker put Surfer Rosa at the
Last.
bottom of the list.
I didn't put it last.
Second to last.
Whatever.
To be fair.
Down enough.
I know. I'm trying to find the damn list.
Anything past 1.
They've probably stricken it from the record. It's probably not on there anymore.
But see, I've known that you didn't have it in your top 5. I
Yeah.
knew that. Or it's in your top 5, but not your number 1. I knew that.
I mean, I
But-
think we said.
Here's the
But-
thing. Here's the thing, guys.
Tell me.
Everyone just needs to chill the F down. Because the thing is, I'm not saying Surfer Rosa is a bad record. I am not saying that.
At all.
I'm saying it's a great freaking record. And I'm
But you're
saying
placing 10
I
other albums in
believe-
front of it.
Well, I'm saying
Period.
I, as in me,
Oh my
enjoy
gosh. Look at that.
8
Really?
other Pixie releases more than that one.
In front of
Yeah.
Indie Cindy, which is a given. But come on.
Yeah, but why should
I'm not
Indie
gonna-
Cindy be
I'm
higher?
not gonna-
Why aren't people mad that I have that at the bottom?
Because it.
A lot of
Because
people.
Kim wasn't on it.
Yeah.
I said that I would like it more if it was like an acoustic album because I love the lyrics of that album. I love the lyrics.
Yeah.
Stripped down. But
I think
All
like
right. Hey, go
like,
back to that post though.
put your opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Put your opinion on the internet. And you're gonna get what you get, right? Hey, you just had it.
here it is right here.
Okay. Here's what I said. Okay. Rankings are stupid, right? But I did it anyway because I was curious.
Hey.
And I think
And you
deep
got it.
down inside I wanted to piss everybody off
Well, just wanted
because
to
I
noodle.
knew what it would do.
Little ribbing always helps stir the pot a little, right?
Sure.
You know, the thing is, I don't really disagree with this list. I'm pretty close here.
All right,
I'd say.
Dusty, why don't you go through it? Like, read it off. And,
You're dead to me too, Dusty. Now
what? Read like.
read his top 10 or whatever. It is.
So yeah, it's Doolittle number 1,
No,
Trump
of course.
number 2, Bossa Nova number 3.
No,
Come on,
no.
Pilgrim 4, which is surprising to me because I have that and Surfer Rosa pretty much back to back. It's kind of like a.
I do not. I
Yeah.
think they're.
Then you have
We can get into that if you want.
not now. It's another time.
Because
Doggerel's 5. Just let me finish the list. Head Carrier 6. Beneath the Eerie Demos 7.
Dusty's game assertive.
Beneath the Eerie 8. Surfer Rosa 9. Indie Cindy 10.
Yep.
Bleh.
And then what did I say right beneath
Don't
that?
worry, I still love Surfer Rosa. I just love the others more.
See, that's what saved me.
And I will say
Right?
this.
That's what saved me.
That's a yeah. Here's the thing with the Pixies, it really can for me. It changes up. What's my mood? That's my favorite album that day. Right now, Doggerel, Doggerel, Dog Royale is my.
What do they
is-
call this album in France? Dog Royale.
Dog Royale.
Royale with cheese.
Boom, boom, shh.
I got that wrong.
Doggerel with
What's it
cheese.
called, doggy?
That was a doggerel of a joke.
Doggy.
Butchered it.
But I'd say right now that's probably it is my favorite album because it's the new one. It's the freshest one. You know, will it be that forever? Hell no, probably not. But you know, hey, I mean, I have moments. For
I
all of
do
these.
agree. I do agree. It's the best of the comeback.
That's
for sure.
I mean, I love them all, dude. When Head Carrier came out, I was
Oh yeah. Yeah.
like all about it, dude.
Yeah.
Like I just
It's good. I
was-
like Head Carrier.
Not just because I was stoked that they came out, but it was noisy. It was kind of like I don't know. It was the right time and place.
Yeah,
For that
it was,
album.
For me,
Right.
it was the first signs of like, yeah, this is gonna work.
Yeah.
Right.
Because like Indie
Right.
Cindy was good,
Right.
but it was like, I don't know.
Well, it's 3 different.
know if it's-
wasn't it 3 different
It-
EPs that they finally put together to make an album?
Yeah,
Right.
but it was recorded together.
Oh, okay.
It was all recorded at one
Gotcha.
session, and their
Yeah.
marketing decided to do it that way instead.
Yeah. But yeah,
Um,
and that's when Kim left too, so it was all broken. I think.
Yeah.
That album.
Yeah.
So yeah, hey, Surfer Rose is great, but I enjoy other Pixies albums more. And the thing is, let me contrast this contrast. Let me put emphasis on the wrong syllables.
Yes.
Hector, you freaking love Surfer Rosa, and I know it's because of that's how you discovered the band, and that's like
I was gonna say, it's
Right?
all-
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all circumstantial. It's
and-
all where you
hey-
caught
and
it.
because
Hey, and a lot of people like Frank Blank.
I'm not saying the album sucks at
Yeah.
all. I'm just saying
Right.
Yeah.
I enjoy other albums
Hey,
more.
and I'm gonna
That's great.
exclamation
And I love you
point.
for it.
I'm gonna give you an exclamation point here on this, Kimball, because your first introduction to them was Doolittle, was it not?
Yeah, but also at the same time, it was post-breakup, and I had access to all of the albums at once.
But
and
Doolittle was the one, though.
So
right?
Well, yeah, but none of them were like the new album that was out at the moment.
Right.
Like with Hector, when you heard Bone Machine, it was the shit. It was the new cool thing that was out that no one had heard before, right?
Right.
Me in the 90s, where even though I wasn't familiar with the Pixies, I'd heard at least the Pixies in Nirvana, in Smashing Pumpkins, and everything I was listening to in the 90s.
Right.
And so when I grabbed this pile of records from my brother's room and I go through them, Doolittle jumped out at me the most, and I love it the most. Surferosa was great too, but it didn't tickle my fancies like
as much as Doolittle or the other.
As like Hector working at the radio station and putting on the LP and like, what the hell is this thing that I've never heard before? So it's circumstantial, and of course it's catered to each person and their experience and their whatever it is with the thing.
Well, I was going to say, because like for me,
the bashing probably shouldn't have happened, to be honest, because you're just expressing your opinion and your taste.
Yeah,
and everybody has it.
I think it's all in fun.
We're not going to be worried.
A little ribbon.
No, I know.
To kind of finish my point though about, because like you're saying, Hector discovering them, Surfer Rosa was it was the only album at the time, right? So it's like. But that was his first kind of experience with you. You had all the albums, but Doolittle was like the one that you gravitated towards, right? Was that the first one you heard, or was it? I
don't remember for sure, but it's the one I remember.
Right. So for me,
first,
Bossa Nova always kind of comes top of the list, even when there's other stuff here. And that was the first album that I really listened to. Yes, I've heard, like kind of like you, I heard other songs and stuff, but that was the album where I was like, so a friend was playing it, and I'm like, wait, what is this we're listening to? I need to check this out. Now I did the same thing. I went immediately the next day and bought all the CDs and basically made a compilation of all the albums together and listened to them. But Bossa Nova still has a soft spot, because that was the one that really made me like kind of slapped me upside the head and said, you need to pay attention to this band,
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. So kind of going with that discovery, a lot of times when somebody discovers something for the first time to them, whatever that album was tends to be their favorite. Not always, but I think that there's a little bit of I see that happen a lot with people. You know what?
And also, similar note, I freaking love Head Carrier, and I will be the first to admit that a lot of it has to do with everything about it when it came out. Like meeting you guys, the group, meeting my wife.
Yep.
But like the album itself was, to me, the first signs of like, they're back.
Yeah.
Indie Cindy was kind of the rocky start for me, and this is like I can hear, Paz was the full member now, and like
Right.
Yeah.
I just remember the first time hearing Una, and like when Joey comes in with his guitar solo in the middle of that, I'm like, yes, this is
we're back. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, because it was the start of a lot of things that makes it stand out for all of us, I think. So yeah.
Also, Surferosa has a weak side B. Sorry.
No, hey, come on.
Dude,
I thought we were going to get into Clear.
Here's the thing.
No Clear for you, sir.
Listen.
I know.
Yes, we're listening.
From beginning to end, it's awesome, damn it.
Listen.
I'm here.
Why are you putting Vamos on there again?
Why are you
doing that?
Vamos.
Crowd favorite.
Barely. It was barely different.
He's got a long solo in it, man.
And like the songs. Okay, here's the thing.
Right.
You brought up like how are you putting "Come On Pilgrim" so different from Surferosa? Because "Come On Pilgrim" is freaking all killer,
no filler.
It's like they put in the purple tape to freaking Ivo Watts at 480, and he picked the strongest songs to put out as a mini album, right? So that album, it's short, it's succinct, and every freaking song on that is amazing. Surferosa is
amazing,
it has
but
like
not
it has some of like the best songs they did.
Yeah.
Like seriously.
Yeah.
Of course, people poo-poo "Where's My Mind," but it's still a freaking great song. Gigantic's a great song. Bone Machine's a great song. River Euphrates is my favorite song on that album. It's freaking great. Yeah. Cactus is a great song.
Cactus, baby.
However, I feel like there are lower lows on that album that get a pass just because of the greatness of other tracks on it.
And that's going to happen.
It is going to happen. And none of this is me saying the album sucks.
Right.
This is just me explaining why I like other albums a bit more than this one. Because after you get past Cactus, and everyone's going to kill me, Tony's theme is fun.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a great song. It's fun. I don't think it's a great song. Scroll down.
Oh my golly.
Scroll
Kimball.
down. Oh my golly. It's fun.
Oh my
I don't
God.
know if it's a great song. I'm amazed. It's fine. But
Oh, I don't know. Brick
I
is red.
never-
Oh, I love
like,
these
these are-
songs, dude. I don't
Those-
know,
those
man.
are classics.
listen,
Yeah.
they're good, but,
But
they're
no,
not.
here's the thing, though. But you're right. Surfer Roast is towards the bottom of my list too. I'm gonna
And
agree
I know
with you.
everyone's gonna be like, "Yeah, you're poo-pooing it, but you put
No.
Head Carrier above
We
this."
love
My-
this album.
Yeah,
Do
I do
not-
put Head Carrier above this.
Yeah.
Anyway, but it's still a freaking great album.
Yeah. Yep.
Also, I don't know if I love the Albini production as much as other people do.
I'm with you on that. I
It's
like
good,
I like the
but-
rawness, but it is really
It's
sloppily
good for
mixed.
this album.
It
was
is.
good
It
for
is.
this album.
It is rawness. It's fine, but sometimes it feels too much, just like
Right.
a live
Yeah.
recording,
Yeah.
which is fine. And I know that's what people love about it, and that's what he does. He just captures a band
Yes, he
as
does
they
that.
are.
Yeah.
Right.
But I lean. More
I think
towards-
that's why Doolittle stands out too, because Gil Norton like found the combination of that. and put
That
it
for
together.
Debase,
I lean-
for Debaser, for Doolittle.
Doolittle.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing
Right.
is then,
Yep.
because Bossa Nova was next, and I almost feel like Bossa Nova, he started going the way of what's our guy right now?
Dougherty.
Dougherty.
Dalgety.
Because this, like,
I mean-
there's like production isms on this last album. I think that's why I was saying, kind of makes me, if I had to say like, oh, let's tie it to something, the Bossa Nova era, just in the production value. Like it's not over the top, but it's also not lo-fi. It's like in a sweet spot for me.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. I
good.
like it a lot.
But you know what, guys?
Lot to lot.
I was feeling self-conscious about that when the masses ripped into me after I posted that, and I listened to.
We're here for you, man.
I listened to Surfer Rosa twice in a row last
yeah,
night,
baby.
and it's still a great album, but I still have it lower on that list because I look back at the 30 years I've loved the band, even when
I thought
it
you were
was
gonna say we're gonna put it a
even
little
when-
higher.
no. Even when it was just the original albums, it was the one I would listen to the least.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
um,
I remember that, so it's all good.
simple as that. I still love it. I could never make an album 1/8 as good as that album. So
Yeah.
it's not like I'm saying it's crap. It's definitely within like the top 25 albums of anyone ever that I love.
right.
You know,
All 10 of their albums would be probably in my top 50 albums of
definitely.
all time, right?
Oh,
it'd
You
probably
know?
be top
25.
probably top 30 for me. I don't know about Indie Cindy, and I feel bad saying that, but
It has a lot of great songs on it, man.
it's a frustrating thing. It's
is.
great, but also I'm like, oh, I wish it was different in a way. Anyway,
It is.
Well, I'm glad we're able to clear that
Yeah.
up for everybody and yourself and us.
Yep.
I'm glad you feel
they're
better
gonna
about
take
it
away
now.
my group expert title.
Yeah,
in the freaking
you're
group
no
'cause
longer
of
an
this.
expert.
Shit.
That's right. They give those
down
titles
to,
away to
down to
anybody
one
these
star.
days.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. I don't even think
Someone
I
sh-
have one.
Yeah.
Do you want mine?
Yeah, we were
I'll
there
give it to you.
That's all right.
You're the bone machine expert, dude.
There you go.
Exactly.
Make that one up.
They still
That'd be
didn't
great.
play it for them. Three
They
shows.
still didn't
or two shows.
Unbelievable.
They didn't
They
play it
didn't
the
play it
first
at all
night
this
either.
time, did they?
No.
They didn't play at the two shows I went to, but
You
they
know what?
played in San
Hector?
Diego. No, they played it in they played it in San Diego, right? I think someone showed me the playlist because I asked if they even got played. I think it did get played one of the shows.
Okay. Dude,
I may have been San
when
Diego.
we've seen them so many times, it starts to get to be blurry. I just go and enjoy the moment, you know?
Right, right.
And they play so many songs. Like, they play
They
so
did.
many songs every time
They
they
did.
play.
I wish they would also do just I love all the old stuff, but I wish they would do like a 2.0 Pixies tour. Like we're just doing stuff from the past 4 albums.
That would be cool, actually.
Or, okay, I get
Eventually
it
that'll
though.
happen.
People wouldn't like that. So how about we do this? I know we were saying they shouldn't do back-to-back shows night after night, but how about they do a tour where they do night 1, we'll do all the classic shit. Night 2 is the deep cuts.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
promoted that way so people know what they're buying a ticket for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you want Where's My Mind and Monkey Gun to Heaven, you come to night 1. If you want Balls Back and
you're gonna sell out
and
both shows
Bossa
too.
Nova and Trump Lamont, all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Because
Come
you know
to that
what?
night.
I'll agree, because Trump and Bossa, they don't get enough love sometimes in my book.
No, they don't.
You know, it's
No.
like
It's a shame.
they'll play like, what did they play? They'll do Planet of Sound. They'll do
UMass.
They'll do
They've been
Valoria.
doing Motorway. They've been doing Motorway.
They have been doing
They
Motorway,
did.
yep.
They did Valoria
cool.
and Motorroy.
Motorroy.
Motorroy. What the hell is that? Motorway.
Motorola.
Please apply in affected area.
But there's so many good. You know, actually, they did. Anna.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
did that too.
Yeah.
And they do that one kind of quite a bit, right? Some of the
Sure.
surferish songs.
Yeah, they come out and do those. The slower ones too.
Yeah.
They're slower.
Good stuff.
We don't want to hear the happening though. Come on, play the happening. Do it.
Please.
I don't.
I bet that's a tricky song to pull off.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Especially when it gets to the second half.
Yeah.
You know. But they're gonna put it down.
Right on.
Oh, I love that song. It's got to be one of my favorite songs forever, ever written in life.
So dudes, we got
good.
a new episode in the can.
Wow.
If it ever gets
Yay.
edited and published, that's
Yes.
another story.
Our goal is before November 18th because we're plugging what again?
Oh yeah,
Justin,
yeah.
What you got going?
Les Biches or Less Bitches if you're American.
Bitches.
What was that band? Oh,
On the
LaBouche?
18th of November.
What was the name of that crap band in the
2022.
90s? LaBouche? Was that the name? What was it?
What
Come
are you
on.
even talking about? LaBouche?
There's a crap band in the 90s. That
Flamage?
No. Oh,
Can't-
shoot. What's the song?
I don't know.
The Rhythm of the Night by LaBouche. I only know that because
Rhythm of the Night? Is that not the
this
bars?
is the rhythm of the night. It's like a crap.
Oh, God.
Kind of like
Rhythm of the
dance.
Night. Let's look this up real quick.
Anyway,
everybody
it's just
needs
because
to know.
my friends and I always called it La Douche. No,
Le
stop
bitch.
looking it up. Don't
Le
give this
bitches.
airtime.
Okay, that's right. That's right.
I'm not going to play it. I just remember it. DeBarge.
The bar. That's what I said. The bars.
Oh, did
No,
you?
it was
I didn't even-
Debouche.
DeBouche.
There was a Debouche.
I hope we don't offend any Debouche fans.
Right. Sorry, DeBouche fans.
Hey,
Play Debouche.
so anyone who's still here an
Debussy.
hour and 2 hours into this,
Oh, my God.
hey, so we didn't do like our normal bits at the end.
No,
The
no.
Dusty Diddy, Hector, Classic Hector, and Kimball's crap
We'll
show
have that
or
coming
No
back.
Kimball, no deal.
We're just trying to get on this again.
Here's my question, though. Since we've had a 2-year palate cleanser here, people who listen to this podcast, do you like that stuff? Do you not like that stuff? Do you want us
Yeah.
to do different things? Should we do things differently, completely? Should we stop doing this?
Yeah, why are you guys
Should we
still
do
making
it?
episodes,
Should we
damn it?
do it in Spanish? Should
Ah, we can get interpreters,
right?
except for Hector. He can interpret for
We
us.
should do it in nice.
Hector's the interpreter.
We should do it in Swedish. Let's do it in Swedish.
Swedish.
Yeah.
We can get Klaus.
Get Klaus on here to just
voice over it.
Talk
No,
about
but-
random.
Voiceover.
Klaus messaged me the other day, just out of the blue. I haven't messaged with him in like 2 years. I thought that was hilarious. I was like, I love you, Klaus.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Post on our Facebook page what your thoughts, right?
just tell us what you think.
like-
We're gonna
like-
keep doing it unless you tell us to stop. I
Yeah.
guess.
I mean, we got albums to finish up, man.
Well, we
Yeah,
do.
so I guess to catch up, so at some point, hopefully soon, we will pull our fingers out and edit those other episodes that we recorded years ago. So we've got episodes recorded for Black Letter Days and Devil's Workshop, and if we can pull it together, we'll release those on the same day because
And I
that's what
think
those
we
albums
have
did.
outer
We had an outer transmission.
outer transmissions. I forgot the name. Oh my god.
We may
All right.
have lost that. To
Yeah.
outer
It,
space.
it
I
might
don't
be so
know.
out of date that I didn't know that would be relevant.
But anyway,
Talking about
Yeah.
old
So-
shows from 3 years
Hopefully
We're
ago.
gonna get
those
them back
will-
out there. Yeah.
hopefully
Yeah.
those will come out soon, and just disclaimer, we'll be talking about stuff that was happening 3 years ago, and then we'll pick it back up with I guess "Show Me Your Tears," the
Right.
Last Catholics record, and then Charles has like 20 other albums
Yeah.
before Pixies albums.
We'll
to
get
back
we
to,
got to
so-
finish because we have to get
Yeah,
to the end of
we're-
the Pixies, man. We haven't
we
got
do.
to any of this
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah.
we got to
Yeah,
do
we
it.
haven't
We
got-
got to get to the
2.0.
It's educational episode
Right.
about Doggerel.
Yeah. Right.
That's what it was.
we're really gonna
See?
try.
Wait,
What?
there was
Well,
a
that's-
bumper,
Yeah,
It's
but not for this
educational.
episode.
but
No, this
every
is just-
time we would talk music, it would go into its education.
No, that was
Yeah,
when we
but-
talked about the album.
But you're right.
That's
when
when we
that's
would do a deep
specific,
dive.
You're right. You're right. But I think that's what I
With
was
all
thinking.
the
That's
shit
where I was like,
stuff.
Don't
hey,
mind
where
us.
are
We're
we?
just talking amongst ourselves.
Oh, I know. Who's still listening?
All right,
All right,
guys.
boys.
We've faded out by now, right?
Yeah,
this isn't
I'm
going
sure.
out, right?
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know. It's
we
staying
could.
home.
We should.
Every bit.
This is a way worse fade out than Doggerel's fade out. Way worse.